guys, welcome to today's video. Today's probably going to be another somewhat short video. I mean, we're playing chess, so there's not a whole lot to really get into. We want to see how it performs, how it looks, how the computer acts, but all in all, we're not really expecting, I mean, it's not Archon, so there's not going to be anything. I haven't played chess in a while. Used to be fairly decent at it. See, I'm guessing king and queen. Let's chase down his knight, get him to move. Really? He's really willing to lose his knight? That's interesting. Alright, so that doesn't make much sense in anything. Alright, so with that being said, let's see. Like I said, I haven't even really thought too much about chess in a good while, so pardon my very lackluster performance. I'm trying to remember how I want to go about things, you know? All right, let's get this guy moving up so we can clear the way for our knight. There we go. All right. Really? Okay, so we are doing definitely on the basic right now because there's no reason that they should have made that move. All right. Again, I mean, this got to be level 1, where the computer really isn't making any actually intelligent decisions. All right, let's see what we can do here. Why is he moving there? I don't get it. Let's see, what do we want to do here? We can move our knight up, I guess. His king's not going anywhere. That's not going to do what we want. It's been way too long since I played. I've been meaning to get back into playing. It's been a while, but yeah, it is definitely showing. I am not planning well enough for my moves at all. want to do? What do we want to do? Can't move that there or there because we're going to get smacked. Alright, we don't want to sacrifice our rook for the pawn. So let's move this up and see if we can't get him to make some more stupid decisions. I don't know why he keeps going back and forth with that. That's goofy. Alright, we'll get him to... Do we want to do that? Takes that, we go there. Alright. No, I can't move that there because he can take it. I gotta get rid of the horse and I can mate him right here, but without getting rid of his horsey, I guess we can sacrifice. Yeah. Alright, so with that being said, that. Hold on. No, that's not what we want. And that should be it. Yeah. That's the move I had thought of, and for some reason it kind of. All right. So all in all, it's basic. It's chess. You know, there's no bells, no whistles. It is a very basic game of chess. It looks like it starts out with a very, very dumb AI, which is good because I am so rusty that it took me way longer than it probably should have to beat the computer. And I'm sure it's going to just improve over time to being very difficult. So I mean, if you love chess, I mean, this is another game that works perfect for being on Game Boy. You know, you get to sit down, play a game of chess. Do we have codes? Oh, I guess I don't understand. Oh. Okay, so just, there we go. All right. Well, how do we change it? All right, change sides, force move. All right, so begin new game. Looks like we have, I want to look at one thing before we, curious as to what that is. Solve for mate. I guess it doesn't do anything yet. We have to force move, so you can literally set up, you can practice, which is kind of nice. So you can put in different moves and play it out from there. You know, it's very interesting. I like that aspect of the game. Like I said, it is a very core, just a good, solid chess game with the ability to work on your game, which is very nice by being able to put different moves. Maybe you can clear your board and do some things, and it looks like very limitless possibilities on working and improving your game if you do like chess. The AI, I'm not seeing anything decent. I didn't see a way to change the difficulty. and it didn't seem to go further in. So in that aspect, I don't know how it's going to be, because if it stays at this difficulty level, it's going to be very boring very fast without the computer, getting improving. So what I'm not seeing anywhere is difficulty level. It's just ChessMaster, we already won the one, so now I'm not seeing any changes. We're always going to be white. If the AI stays the same, that's very disappointing. I don't see any changing, because it doesn't necessarily know that you won the first game, especially being on Game Boy with no battery, no saving or whatever, no passwords. So that worries me in that aspect, to where it's going to be fun if you're playing with other people, because I think you could probably do the Game Boy Link and then play chess with others, which is nice and fun. But I mean, at that point, why not just sit down with a chessboard instead? I mean, I feel like almost everybody has at least one of the little cheesy boards, and then getting into the higher end, better ones. If you're actually into it, like if you're actually into chess, which you would probably be if you had this game, you probably have a board. So if you're going to play with other people, why not sit down and play with an actual board? It's just, there's something more about the physical aspect of it. I mean, I like the fact that you could set up the board and experiment, but if the computer is still kind of stupid, then that also just kind of in and of itself is almost pointless, because they're not making the right moves or even decent or okay moves, and they're just sitting in there bouncing around their rook for whatever reason up in the left corner without progressing their board at all. Then you're just like, well, what does it matter? So I little on the fence about it. Don't really feel like getting into more games. I mean, it is chess regardless. So all in all, if you're a chess fan, give it a go, take a look, see if the computer improves or not. But it might be more of a game that they have set for two people. Like I said, if you're into chess at all, then one of the two people you're going to be playing with, you have to be physically in front of anyways with Game Boy, that one of you should have a chessboard, and you're better off buying a chessboard than this game and have more fun with it. But has a couple of interesting, unique takes on it. Being able to solve and set the board is interesting. Other than that, being able to save and... So, all in all, like, it is an interesting game. It works. It has a lot of options. Like, is it probably really good for somebody that wants to get into chess, that might be a little confused or, like, wants to learn? This is definitely a good thing to have on Game Boy. Gives you hints, tells you a good move, the best move. You can do a few other things, check out, test some things out. Having a stupid computer for that is a good thing, but I really would like to see some kind of, difficulty level increasing. I know chess is one of those very chess is an extremely complex and hard game, to where, being able to get an AI that can play at a certain level is definitely difficult, especially back then, because, one move opens such a vast array of other counters and possible moves. So I think that's where having chess on games like this is a very hard and, not necessarily hard, but very fine line to do, instead of just getting right into where you have a very decent, hard opponent. I know they do have lots and lots of chess games on PC, on everything else, but it is more computing power when you do have the PC games, as opposed to being on an 8-bit cartridge. So I feel like they might be, I'm just figuratively or hypothetically thinking maybe they're handcuffed, but they might not be. It might not be as elaborate or in-depth as I'm overthinking things, so I couldn't say. But all in all, decent little game, great for starters, great for beginners. Has a little bit of uniqueness to it, but all in all, it's a very bare bones chess game, which is nothing wrong with that. So with that being said, guys, thanks for joining. Until next time.